Welcome back.
Welcome.
Here we are. Nearly at the end now.
Yep.
Weird games. Doing this Dungeon 23. I think we've made it weird. I think
Yeah.
we pulled it together though, right? Where are we? Oh yeah, Papa Weird
Weirdling.
in the studio, representing all the old weirdos that draw pictures in books. I'm sure there's a few of us out there. Where's our pencils? Oh no. There, pencil. Alright. Where are we? Oh, okay, catch up. We were outside of the university already. We're doing libraries, right?
We
Libraries.
finished the library.
All this should be drawn in. I'll draw this in later. I still haven't gone through and done the whole skeleton blueprint yet. I just haven't had time. Here, I think it was.
It's the end of the year.
Yeah, it's a bit like that. It's been busy. I'll have some time after this is finished. I'll draw it all up and like do updates. We might come back for a recording to talk through where we're at and show some stuff off. Especially when we get the Tailspire stuff to show off and we got like more actually going on with that as a build. Alright. What do we do? Oh, the library downstairs. Look. Come in. You got your returns and your borrow section, right? Got some offices over here for the lovely staff. Okay, got a storeroom. They got a little back alley to walk down to the next section, and there's your general hallway. All right, so we got some study rooms. Let's have a look over. Look at study rooms. There's the library station for this area, right? So you can come over, ask questions. These are your book, shelves and stuff. We got a security office over here to make sure anybody going up and downstairs from the museum artifact section, the more restricted parts, are doing it right. Here we go. So in the upstairs part, we've got the main collection. We got place for some portraits and paintings. I thought we'd have like the foreign wonder wing, right, where you can put like dwarven plate mail from battle 500 years ago. Right, that kind of thing.
There should be like
appropriated cultural goods.
Where would they put like scientific stuff, like say small asteroid chunks or something? I don't know.
Probably in the main collection they might have something like that there, a piece of an asteroid that landed that had some magical energy, but they didn't know what to do with it, so they decided to show it off and put it somewhere, right?
Mr. Dwarf, the gnome thingy, I put you on the ground, make me a sword out of that.
Oh, sure. All right. Well, in this one we got armaments, so like ancient weapons, and same thing, conquered people's banners, war banners and stuff like that. Tabards and things, right? So
ooh, do we get to make an elven vampire?
Well, we should. Look, CR24 elven vampire that they can like resuscitate and get on side. They could have a red dragon and a vampire on their side as well.
Where are we gonna put that gold dragon?
We're doing it. We're working on it. We'll do it today. We still got a black and a gold to go in. All right.
They could have the bronze dragon, a skeletal silver dragon, a red dragon on the side.
Well, sure.
CR24 vampire queen.
Right? Yeah. All right. Plus all the other ones that they rescued from the prison on their way through.
Yeah.
Right. And anyone else they picked up.
And all the Yugoloths in the Yugoloth book.
Sure, maybe if they can control one of the head Yugoloths, get him working. All right. Okay. So here we got. This is our upstairs forbidden. So we've got the forbidden scroll and text room. We got the torture room. We got the soul trapped in a stone room. We got the forbidden arms and weapons. These are the ones that are just too powerful. Like we should put a whole heap of, look, I've written it here. Doing such big top-down stuff and not doing the room and rolling all the tables of a day. These are the kind of things we miss. We have to go back and do later on.
Ooh, you get to roll on the eye table.
Well, yeah, sure. In this one, you definitely would. We'd put heaps of stuff in there, I suppose. Well, we should do that as an episode. Go back, just look at all the notes from the rooms that we missed and kind of tick things off as we go. We get another episode out of that, right? Fixing up our previous missed work. Anyway, and we also got a potion room, right, with ingredients and stuff in there. Things that might be, a little bit too, like for example, you got to use sometimes things like diamonds and jewels and things, right? And they consume. This is the kind of place where you'd have that kind of stuff, because you don't want it like
the a million GP diamond.
Sure, maybe one of the, the graces, our matrons have to come down and pick something up for like big powerful spell that they wouldn't just have in their office or
Yeah,
use on the regular, right?
Giant.
There's a whole list. I got a whole list of the components over there that I use when I need it and stuff like that. And it tells me whether the component's eaten up and the cost and everything, right?
Mass power word kill.
All right, sure. No, we're not doing any of that today. All right. Okay. So this is our slave. Look, we got our slave pens down one end. Right? Men, women, children, animals, monsters, and larger things. All right. Very simple. People can just walk through, make a choice, come out the other side. Have an auction on it, get a bid in, and when they need to, they can come in here. Right? They got a payment room. There's administration wing at the back here. Once they've paid, they go into the next room, and this is where they march the person in. They do transfers.
Yeah.
So they can, bind that person to you or whatever, right?
Soul buy.
Sure. And then, this is where the grace is in here. Now, we didn't give the grace the clerical background, the sub...
Didn't we?
No, we didn't. But, I was looking through, because I went back, and I thought, because we've done them all out of the... the main player handbook, and we've done order, so I thought the last one to bring out would be Twilight, right?
Isn't there like a what's it called?
Have a look over here on my main key. Move that across.
Isn't there like a cleric of that can hold you down and has spells for CC?
What? I don't know, some of them probably are in there. They have access to the different expanded spell lists and stuff like that. There were some that was the knowledge one. The knowledge was pretty good. Knowledge and trickery were pretty good. It depends. They've all got uses and stuff like that. It's just, it was just thematically to sort of place them out. And the idea is that, they're all worship the one god. They're all clerics of Lilith. It's just that they worship a different aspect or a different, a attribute or emotional insight of the of Lilith, all corrupted and perverted and dark, of course, but right?
Isn't there a cleric of control or something?
Well, no, I don't think so. We put the cleric of order in, I've written them here. We got knowledge, trickery, life, war, nature, tempest. Death was from the DMG, right? Dungeon Master Guide. Order and twilight from here, and in Xanathar's we've got one more, the last one for the Primus. She's going to be... Actually, that's today. This is the one we're doing later on today. That one I'm going to get out of here. And they got one here. Not Forge wouldn't work, but the Grave Domain. So we're going to use the Grave Domain as the last one for the Primus. You see, right? So we got it all covered.
One Twilight.
We got 10, yes. So this one here all the way back up here that we missed. We're going to give her the Twilight Domain. All right? And the idea is that this one, she's works in the... let me see, in here, in the slave pens, and her speciality is keeping them on the brink of life and death, right? So that they don't get too rowdy, you got most of their strength sapped out of them, but she keeps them from passing, through the twilight and into death. But she's quite happy to kind of keep them there all week. And then, once they're sold, then that's up to you. That her influence is lessened, and it dissolves over time, and you can get the the good goods out of your slaves, right? They sort of spark up a little bit.
So she makes sure to kill them, but just a little bit.
Well, yeah, not go so far as to kill them, as to sort of there's that movie, wasn't it? The Princess Bride, right? The Bride Princess. What is that one? You know what I'm talking about? Princess Bride. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, no.
That one?
Yeah, sure. Oh my god. Anyway, in that they had the machine, and they put the guy, the Dread Pirate Roberts, I know that part. They put him into the into the machine, and they sucked the life out of him little by little bit. And it was there's different kinds of death, right? There's
mean the podlings in the Dark Crystal?
Sure, I wish... I don't have a contraption. We didn't put in a contraption for that. She uses magic to, do that. Suck the life out of them until there's no essence in them.
She is the machine.
Yeah, she is the machine. She's not drinking the essence, though. We're not going to extract no essence.
Yeah.
That sounds like we're stealing a little bit too much of
She just has them in vials.
Too much of their
and gives them to the people who...
All right. All right. So, we have the slave pens. Oh, in here, the slavator. So, this is the side of the mountain. So we have to do the other side later on and fix up how they get there. So they come in through here, right? Through the markets, and On their one exit out to here is where they're going to the library, right? The library's partly over here, and above it will be the church and the chapel. That's what we're doing here, okay?
Well, this looks complicated.
Well, it's not going to be as complicated as you think it is. I have to fit 2 pages on here again. This one's going to be the ground level. Look, the ground level and the underground level. So when you're drawing your little pictures in off the page as our guides, you draw them into here. I've already given you a little thing, and so you've got that much room to draw in. The thing is, we won't get much room to write. So look, we've got... I haven't... We'll have to write notes later on. But here's the thing. I think I'm trying to do too much.
Is this where you're going to draw?
Sure. Yeah, that's where I'm going to draw. Those biggest squares. So you can see we don't have much room. So this is where it's like, if you're going to write anything here, you have to talk about the black dragon and the gold dragon, right? Like we give them some classes or something. Then we're going to have to write it in quite small in here, right? But they're going to be like level 10s. We'll give them a level 10 class.
Isn't the black one going to be Demi-Lich?
Level 10. Oh, you want it to be a yeah, sure. Yeah, you want it to be that, sure.
A black Dracolich.
Do we have that in one of the books that I've got here?
Isn't it the MM?
Let me have a look. The monster manual. Do they have one, a Dracolich in there? You want the black to have turned into a Dracolich, you reckon? Yeah, sure. Like, that's in there. What'd they give you? They don't have much about it. I take the idea as, look, there's just the template, and that's the idea. Look at this. Look at this Watsy book coming apart here. Huh? What's with that? That's your binding. I'm going to have to glue that, Mr. Watsy. Anyway, yeah, the Dracolich. So you take it and then you just add what's his name? You take your black dragon and then you just add like the more damage resistances, yeah, damage immunities, condition immunities, and magic resistances and stuff like that. All right. Yeah. Now they do have to have a phylactery, right? Which is essentially going to be where they're at anyway. It's going to be in the temple in the church. Oh wait, well look, let's kind of do that. Okay, so we got a black dragon.
Level 10 Dracolich Wizard.
Sure, black level 10 Draco Wizard. Alright, sure. Okay. So it's definitely going to have legendary resists, right? And it's going to have, what I would like to do is, and I'll tell you what happens and why this makes sense. Alright, and you need to... Hold on. We'll do the law first, and then we'll do the draw. We'll do the law, then the draw. All right. Let's move this out of the way for a second. We'll clear up our space.
The law.
All right. Here we go. I just don't have enough room. There's never enough room. All right. So the idea is that I want to give this legendary resist, but ×2. So essentially, it's got 6. All right. Now, why? Why?
Because it's eating power off the gold dragon.
Yeah. Down here is the gold dragon, which we'll say is a level 10 cleric of life, right?
Okay.
Now, this one will not have lair actions or legendary resistances because this one is being held by, like, okay, it's like spirit chains or spirit bars, multiple different, fantasy properties have worked with this kind of thing. I've even seen it done in anime where they have like the dragon, right? This is my dragon, or I'm doing my dragon this time. There's a wing.
It should be
right?
should be like in Dragon Ball where it's like a little ball with like extra gravity and they can't move and stuff.
No.
It like sucks the life out of them.
No. It's there, not being in a little ball or whatever. It's a full size one. It's a whole room. Right, but in the center of the room is this, and it is just pinned with multiple spikes through its body, right? And that's held there, and then the energies are being leached like tuning forks out of the spikes up into the dragon and the rest of the church above.
Okay.
You see? Right, so if you want to rescue it, then you have to pull all the spikes out of it and have a cleric there, like, making sure it don't die and suffer, like, trauma, right? And then you can rest and recuperate it and allow it to get back its resistances. It can get back its spell slots, you know, right? Like that. But at the moment, it is entirely tapped out, right? It is tapped out, barely kept alive, and restrained, right? In a very horribly kind of vicious
Horrible
way,
way.
right? Yeah, sure. So it's got all the upstairs. It's got the 6 legendary resists. It's a Draco Lich with all of the, you know, the extra undead bonuses. It's got its phylactery up, or maybe we put the phylactery down in front of the dragon, like where the so like you can have parts of the metal are sort of bound into the actual apparatus of the dragon's phylactery, which is, I'm not sure, they can be made into different, what does it say about their phylactery over here? Sure, toxic brew slays it. A special gemstone that functions like a lich's phylactery. Okay, and then the dragon rots away. So it looked like a black dragon once, but it's mostly all rotted into a skeletal form, right?
So
Okay.
let's make it a giant like diamond just jammed into one of its wings, holding it down.
Well, yeah, sure, maybe that's what you could do. Maybe you could make it as like a diamond and have it pierced into the back of the creature, right? So
Yeah.
like the elemental, like the elemental attunement, the power attunement or whatever that's being sucked out of it's coming out of like the diamond, and all of the, you know, what's his names are kind of there to hold
Yeah.
it down and weaken it, and making sure that like you got one piercing through each of the legs and the wings, you know, so you'd have like 4, 6, one in its tail, so at least 7 or 8 really big kind of long bars that just pierce through it right into the ground. And then this diamond sticking out of its back, in between its wings, not necessarily in one, just right,
Like,
just jabbed in the
So
shoulders,
this is the dragon,
in
and
the
then it's
blades
like
of the shoulders. Sure. Now, I'm not quite sure what we want to do for lair actions upstairs. We would want to have an lair actions. What does it give you for the black dragon actions over here? Does it actually give us any keys to go forward with? Well, let's have a look. The Queen of Evil Dragons. Oh, that was Tiamat. Sure. Oh, this is just in general. Where's the black dragon stuff more specifically?
Oh.
This is about their regional effects, which we're not
Lair
really looking into.
pool of water.
Pools of water dragon can see within. No, it kind of doesn't fit here.
Hang on.
Clouds of swarming insects. We can do that.
Let's make it so that instead of pools of water, it's like pools of blood that just like grab you and drag you in.
No, that sounds way too chaotic and dirty. There's a lawful, evil, clean, crisp, too nice sort of, you know, city that's on the evil side of being clean, because, you know, that would be outside of you know, the lawful evilness stuff and would be struck down as well, right? So there's very lot of similarities between this society and what you would say a lawful good. It's just in a lawful good, if you break the law, their processes are a lot more lenient and nice, and they don't have slaves, assassins, thieves as a working part of their, you know, whatever, right?
Society.
Yeah, sure. They don't deal with the laws being broken the same way. And which laws have more strength over others, which one would be enforced. The similarities would be, there'd be a lot of similarities right up until the time the punishment came. Right? Okay. So there's not just, this is a church. This is a chapel. This is a place where people come in to worship the dragon lich. All right. Okay. All right. So it's not going to be a place with that, but they can call down swarming insects because it is an undead thing as well.
Yeah.
And it's going to have like, you know, insects and stuff around it in the general sense. And it can call those. So that would be one of them. How many lair actions does it give? Oh, and it doesn't tell you the strength either. It doesn't tell you whether it's you know, doesn't tell you. What do they give? Do we give them just the normal legendary actions? Probably would too. The legendary reactions, yeah?
Yeah.
Detect, wisdom, tail attack, wing attack. That makes sense, sure. So look, I'm going to give them the insects and I'll give them the magical darkness, all right, as the lair actions. They make sense. All right. Where is insects and what was the other one? Oh, and darkness.
Okay.
Sure. Great. And they're wizards, so they do other wizard stuff as well. All right, that gives them a whole lot of things. Okay. Now we need to draw this in. So this is the ground level, right? And this is the underneath level. Okay. And then I'll draw through those. Okay. I will have to one day, come back and look. We've got at the end of the book. We have these extra pages here that we'll fill out with the maps that we've missed, or fill out like any of the days notes we haven't had room for, and we'll go back and write which day it is and stuff like that in there. And eventually then that will be the entire book filled out. We won't even have empty pages, I think, at the back here by the time we're done. All right, let's go. I need a drink. Parched already. Move all these off to the side. Find my writing gear. Okay, church, upstairs. Let's have a look.
Okay.
So, which one does this join into? Have a look. This is K7, so J is just south of it. That should be the library, right? So that's this one. Okay, so we're going to give it 10 feet along the bottom here as like a walkway. This is all sort of like path, right? This is where our path goes because it meets up here as well. This is a building along the bottom. Okay, now see that? Yeah, good. All right, so we have a church. So we've got an entryway, whatever, in the middle, right? Church is going to sort of sit there like that. Okay, and we are going to have the like a room. We have to have a big gate here, a big gate, maybe 20 feet instead of 15, 20 feet. Okay, and this is the treasure, like the treasure chamber, you know, the private lair of the actual dragon. This is where it sleeps. It has like a whole section off to itself. All right, and this part here is where you would, let's see, entryways. Maybe we have two sets of entryways. We've got one down here, one at the side. All right. Oh, over here is going to be possibly, let's have a look. This is where we're going to have the way down. All right. Way down. All right. And this is where we're going to have like, how are we going to do this? This is the thing. We're trying to do a lot with this one panel here. To give it like some space and then still have room for people to come in and do worship, right? So if that's the building there, because that's the end of the wall, you're going to need people to come in and sort of like sit here, right? You're going to need pews. And what happens is when the dragon comes out for worship or food or sacrifice, they open up the big double doors here, and it sort of just fills up this area, right? That's the platform. That's its worshipping platform. I'm not quite sure what we call that, right? You'd probably put an altar in a normal church. That's where your altar would be, right? Okay. So this is where it keeps its treasure. This is where it chills out before it comes out, stands in front of everybody, and we'll put a room downstairs, not only for where the this is the black dragon, black Dracolich, all right? Black Draco, whiz in here, being worshipped. All right. I know it's very hard for you to work with such a small little tiny space there, isn't it? Look at what I've done to you. How'd you go?
Okay. Then.
Doing all right? Yeah, you're doing all right. See? That's where it just comes and stands out there, right? So just put a little, yeah, something like that. Probably got a dais. You're right. Probably got stairs up there or something like that. Big dragony stairs. You know, big wide suckers. All right, like that. Okay. Yeah, sure. So this is where you can come in here, go down here. All right, very good. We ready for the next one?
I'm still born.
You're still cooking?
Yep.
All right, sure. I'll move across. What's this one? All right, let's have a look. So downstairs.
Okay.
In our other little one. Okay, so go down. We'll have to put it around here that it kind of comes out, right? So that's the up, and this is the down. All right. Now this one here is probably, let's put the, I'm going to that right out of the way. Okay. We have a big cavern underneath the ground that almost looks like a rectangle, strangely enough. All right. And it's divided. There's a way down here. Okay. And there's like a wall across there. All right. And in the wall is the actual gate, right? There's a, what do you call it? This is your cell. This is the Gold dragon cell / punishment chamber, where they've been like lied down. That's a big dragon. Look, got a head, got some wings, right? There's a tail, right? And this is where underneath his room up there, this is where we've got all of the pylons. There you go, there's a word for it, right? All of the magical metal rods that have been jammed through it. This is where it is. And what we got, big we said there was a diamond in the back. Look at that diamond, beautiful. Look at my artwork, seriously, no one's ever seen a diamond like that. It sparkles. Look at that, I put a sparkle right on it. Okay. And this is where it comes down. This is where he like eats and sleeps. So this is the den, right? Den of the Dracolich, right? Den of Draco equals, he's down here eats and sleeps, right? And torments the gold. And comes down here, talks to the gold. Oh, you're still alive? Oh, how did you feel about that? Oh, I did some evil stuff today. Oh, did you feel my evil stuff? Oh, like that. And so he torments the gold. Alright, sure. And the gold dragon is obviously an avatar of Bahamut, right? The gold dragon, the good gold dragon. Okay, how'd we go? You drawing in your stab dragon down there?
Yep.
Alright, we might have to get Mama Weird to draw up here a nice looking dragon being talked to over here, and one being stabbed down on the bottom. What do you reckon? I think she could do that. She's been drawing some pretty good dragons. They're little cuties. Alright. Alright, how'd you go?
Hang on, I need to draw the...
Oh yeah, sure. I didn't like. There's gonna be, I don't know. What is it? It doesn't really sleep. It's a Dracolich. We just rub that out. It doesn't sleep anyway. Just comes down here and eats. So there's like lots of.
It doesn't eat. It doesn't have a stomach.
Well, it eats things and chews them out, and then they turn. Look, skeletons, right? They just make new skeletons and zombie folk. So that's what we'll have down here: skellies and zombies. All right, down here. That's the sort of note for this area, and that'll be its kind of lair act as well, right? So the lair act is not pools of bloods and stuff, but they can just summon up like a mini army of just skeletons and zombies. All right, there's a lair action down there. I think that's it. I think that one's good. How'd you go? You have to translate that and write all that in there. Don't draw pictures. Quick. Yes. Skeletons. Very good. That's what I mean. But we've got to draw and write the words in too. Otherwise I won't remember when I rub out the panel. Right? Need words. This one here where you just wrote pictures and stuff, you didn't write like in the Slavator that this is slaves. This is their punishment. Even the slaves that don't get bought or the ones that get too old, they put them in here, or the ones they need to punish. So they come past the guard room, and one set on one side, one set on the other side, right? That's their little back area to get around, right? And then they're locked into here, and their only job is to pull the Slavator up and down, right? We didn't write any of that at the top. I had to make sure I kind of got to go back and write it in. Oh, look what I did. Licked me blue pen right across me page. Right across me page. Are you doing it? Come on, let's move. Move on. We've got enough. Come on, we're gonna do another.
Finish my own.
That's what I mean. You got stuff to do. What's that next one?
To the Slavator.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so open up that first one there. Have a look at that other page. Open that back up. All right, look, so it sits out quite a way. It's half the panel out, right? Because the idea is that this is like the foundation. Where's the other one? Foundation about here, right? And the idea is that it comes up here. It's like 20 foot, right? So then this is all the kind of mountain way over here, right? That's all mountains, essentially. So when you come up to the top, and this is all the mountain area of the cliffside, you get off, and that's the road. Road goes off that way, right? Very good. And what else we going to put on there? Anything else? Slavator. Guards.
Guards and gardens.
Well, we're going to put a guard shack here, right? We'll put a guard shack here, and that can oversee who's coming up, right? There's a window there. There's a door. There's a window there, and a door as well. There's guards inside, and cells to fill. Anyway, whatever. Should never do that again. Sure. There's a little guard shack in here. Great work. Love it. Okay. And gardens, you reckon? We're going to put, look, there's a tree. I'm going to put some green in. Look, gardens. with flowers, right? Gardens, beautiful, beautiful, with pretty red flowers. Oh, strawberries. All right, that's very simple, right?
Is
So
that
you come all the way up here.
Mountain?
Well, this is the thing. This is all cleared out. This is all roadway in this part of the mountain. This is down at the bottom, right? So you come up a good 50, 60, 80, let's put it, what do you reckon, 80 to 120 feet up the side of this mountain, right? And yeah, you come out the top here, and this part's leveled and stuff, because over here we have some places to live, right? I think we'll put some place over there. We've got to put a sacrificial tower over here in a minute. Somewhere, you know, over that side there's a sacrificial tower. We're going to put an altar to Lilith further off. So this is all cleared, and there's like further mountains behind it. You see, it's sort of, you know, the mountain's going up, and you got a clearing with buildings and stuff on it, and then the mountain rises up again at the back of it, right? You working with me there? You got it?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, sure. All right. Have a sip of me tea. Very tasty. Very lovely. How you doing?
Flower.
Flowers. All right, sure. What have we got next?
House flash.
Oh, okay. So up K6. So this is AJK. So this is at the back of the mountain, behind it, see? So we're going to have, you know, entryway here. Maybe we have gardens, right? So I think we just wanted to put in what sort of example would be. These aren't the only houses. So the road will go up this way. Maybe there's another houses that way. Let's see, we'll probably come back that way. We'll have to go later on. So your entryway, your pavilion, where you get off, okay, if you decide to go this way, there's services down that way. And there's houses over here. Let's see. Now, how do we want to put some houses in? We could put a house over here, or your roadway here, so we can put another house in over here, right? And the idea is we've got like skinny houses, big houses, right? Maybe this one's just a single bedroom place, right? So at the back here, like those other houses, you got an entryway, you got like a living space where you can sit down and stuff.
Well, I think you found a way to put more kitchens in.
Well, these are kind of more kitchenettes, or kitchen, like I suppose in this bigger house, right, where you kind of got an entryway, you can have entryway here. You could have kitchens at the back. You can have a lounge room there, you know, right? Or an entertaining room. You can have your dining, so you can have dining, entertaining, entertain. You can have your entrance here, right? Then you could have a small study on the other side of the entryway, right? A small study over here. Oh, I feel like I want to put a second level in. Where we can put a bedroom. Okay, so dining area is smaller here. We don't need such a big dining area. And a bedroom. Something like that, right? They don't have to be fully flashed out. They just got to kind of be utilizable space, right? To show that at least there's some places for your regular, like the matrons. Some of the matrons that don't have rooms down in their sections, the grace, they can come back and they've got somewhere that they can sleep and be happy, right? That's all we need. Some simple places, some bigger places. I'll draw them in and make them actually look like rooms and stuff later on. Okay, but that's what sits over there. More gardens. More gardens. More gardens. More gardens. Right. There's mountain. Mountain goes off that way. Maybe there's another panel over here. There's another panel up the side of the back of the mountain. Right, so more...
What's this? What is this for?
That's the entrance. That's the entrance and that's the entertaining. So you can tell by my ENTR and the ENTER. Totally, completely different things that make 100% sense. Look, kitchen. Right there. With a back entryway. Sure. Now, what we need to do is the other side of what when they come off the come off of here, right? So we've got housing that exists off that way. How you going? You done?
On.
Come on, catch up. We've got to move on quickly. All right. Lovely picture. Lovely picture. Great.
Yep.
Sure. Now, where are we at?
Consort something.
The consorts, like a lodge. Oh, that's right. So, we are going to put one of those in. We're going to have, let me see, where is this one here? That'll do. Put these ones off to the side. Okay, so this is coming off the side of our lift, our slave elevator, whatever you want to call it. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to give it a lot of room. Okay, come in here. We're going to say that roadway kind of goes off there, right? And we're going to give them, that's another road that goes down there. We're pretty much going to give them this entire space here as like a lodge, okay? So they will have, they can have an entry space. They'll have like a study, you know, right? They can have a study over here. That's their entryway. They're going to have some forms of like storage places. These guys are going to have a kitchen. They're going to have dining space. However long that is, there you go. There's some dining space. Then they're going to have probably some like, oh, maybe that's big enough. Living and training space, right? Okay. And somewhere at the back, they're going to have like a workshop. Like that, or some kind of lab, right? Because they make poisons. They need a workshop for their tools, right? So maybe this is a part where they have like a training part in the center, like a dojo, the training dojo part where they spar and train and do exercise. That way we can put in some weapons, right? They got weapons on the side, and they got some armor, right? Some places to put armor. All right, sure. So this is our lodge for the Guardians, okay? These ones, all of the Graces, the matron class level people, the 10 of them, they'll have at least 1 or 2 of these people constantly around them. Some will be like in the office right next to it doing like a second job, right? And as a secretary. Some of them will operate more as bodyguards, you know? Some will be like a second-hand lieutenant, like serving as part of the military for the custodia or the, what was the other one? Geez, the Tempestia, right? Okay, sure. Very good. How'd you go? Did you get it all in? Still at it?
The targets.
All right, sure. So yeah, so we got some form of work study, right? That probably has library in there, scrolls. We'll have a small table for which someone to sit behind and do like administrative stuff. Okay.
And then what's this
where
one?
were we bringing? Oh, that's not there yet.
What's this one?
Like a workbench, like a workspace, right? So you'll have tools and stuff in there. I have to go and have a look at the rooms, you know, because we obviously probably want a bigger dining area maybe and a smaller workshop area. Maybe I'll move some of these rooms around so they make a little bit more sense, you know? How you going?
I'm going to rent.
All right. Now, how many have we got left to go? 1?
Yep.
2? Just 1 more for today?
Yep.
All right. What are we looking at? Because we're going to leave, we're going to do something very similar for the tomorrow, for the very last room where the Avatar lives, right? So this is more housing this way. We don't have to draw it in and whatever else. But this is where we'll have more housing and domestic stuff. So if you want to say that sort of like exists over here. This one here is to Lilith's altar, like her actual place. And the sacrificial towers are over here.
Oh, more.
Okay. And this way here is to the Slavator. Alright. There we go. See? How do you feel about that?
Pretty good.
Alright, sure. Now, yeah, the Avatar's going to have something like this, but then she'll have a second level, right? So, much like the other matron at the barracks on the 3rd level had their own sort of panel, she'll have 2 panels, but that's tomorrow's one, alright? So yeah, we've done all that, put all that in. Let's do, I think,
sacrificial tower.
Yeah, sacrificial towers. This is the last of the sort of amenities that we wanted to work towards to have everything in, right? Because all the services, everything else on that piece of paper that we wanted has gone in. We've got places for all the military, all the lawyers, all of the graces to go. All we want is a place to throw people off of over the city, all right? Which is what we've got here, okay? So,
is it going to be like off the mountain or into a big hole?
No, off the side of the mountain, so everybody can see. Okay, so look, this is the thing.
Into the city?
Well, off the side of the mountain, down the thing, and it'll just sort of crash onto the rocks, and then like the harpies.
Okay.
There's hundreds of harpies that sort of flock around this place with a, you know, a harpy priestess and a harbeast. You know what I mean, right? So if they throw a couple of people off and they let loose the harpies, and the harpies come and pick them off and pick the rocks clean, you know, yeah, sure, don't have to worry about it. It's not going to make a mess like that. This isn't pools of blood and, you know, getting stuff painted onto your house. All right, so the idea is that you come out of this streetway. Wait, just don't draw yet. Just don't draw yet. Listen. You come out of that streetway down into here. Okay. Now, the tower itself sits. So if you came down, the tower itself would sit here because this is all mountain. Okay. All right. Now, what I'm drawing though is not the base. This is not the base room. This is the top room because this is where we're going to throw people off. Okay, mountain's there, sits in this location here, right? The roadway comes around it, right? This is where people can come and gather and stuff as well. This is all open sort of thing, right? So that's what the actual, you know, topography and landscape looks like, all right? Okay. But what we've got is we're going to have, where's my rubber? Okay, move that road out of the way. Okay, move that road. What we're going to have is this tower on one panel, right? We're going to have one. This is the top level. So we're actually going to have, this is the ground. This is the entryway. Entry. Tower 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So it's going to look neater than that. But what we're going to have is a stairway that wraps around. So this is down, right? Goes up. This is up, right? Okay. Goes around. Same thing. This is the second level, all right? So it comes from down, goes up, okay? All right? Now, on the third floor, in the center, there's going to be a room, okay? And this is where they prepare. So level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See what I'm doing there? All right. Yeah, let's do it like that. Okay. This one here is where we get the sacrifices ready, okay? Get sacrifices ready in this room here. Okay? Stairs come up. Where's the door? There's a door. Okay? Stairs come up. There's a down. Stairs go up. All right. This is a room they put the sacrifices in, so it's mostly like a cell. Okay, very small room. They don't have to be very big. All right. This one here. Okay, there's another small room in this one. All right, on the fourth floor. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Caught up. Got it. Draw your stairs in later. Catch up to where we are on fourth floor. We're over here. Look, you haven't even drawn your rooms in. Draw the room in for the sacrificial cell. Don't worry about the stairs. All right. Okay, that's your sack room, all right? Okay, now this other one here, okay, down. This one here is going to have where the grace, right? Whoever's doing the throwing off. This is one. This is the last one. This is the grave one, okay? This is the grace. This is her office, all right? So her little room. She doesn't live here or sleep here. She's got a housing somewhere else, but this is her job. She oversees the sacrifices. And so this is where she has her preparation. It has like, this is her vestibule, right? So it's got...
What's a vestibule?
It's got her vestments and her clothing, got like the incense braziers and stuff in it, right? There's a place where the holy texts are along the wall, right?
Yeah.
So this is where the avatar... and the final grace, the matron, she prepares. So this is the grace of the grave, right? Okay, final one. This one comes out of, I think it was Xanathar's, right? Which one's Xanathar's? Yeah, this book. Shuffle. So this is the grave cleric. Where are we here? Yep, grave domain cleric on page 19. She oversees the last rites of the people. So these are the people that probably either need to fulfill a quota.
Level 11? Right?
No, we're just doing level 10. It's just level 10. Just level 10.
Oh, let's check.
We didn't write. They're just level 10.
Okay.
Okay? You have broken my chain of thought of what I was talking about. I'm lost now. I have to have it. She oversees the last rites of these people. The people who are getting thrown off of here are the ones that are filling a quota. Okay? So, the avatar might say, I need 200 slaves and criminals and supplicants thrown over the edge on this date on the Lunar New Year or whatever, right? Okay. This is where that happens. So large number, very open displays of just immediate killing people for the power, okay? That's what gets done here. These aren't the people who get thrown to the Harbeast or to the Green Dragon.
Yeah.
These aren't the people who get sacrificed in front of the, you know, the Draco Lich or fed to the Draco Lich.
Yeah.
Right? This is mass number, very public execution, right? On very special occasions, okay? All right, so that's what's going on here. And it is overseen by a Grave Domain Cleric, okay? All right, nearly lost that. My mind went, okay? So look, this is where she prepares. Then she comes up here, and then this is the part where you get to the, you know, up, down, right? Comes up here, and this is where you got like a platform, right? And then an altar. So you got an altar, sits off to the side with the platform, like I walk the plank, and it's over at the side of the actual mountain, and this is where you get tossed from. All right?
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yes.
All right. So how'd you go putting all that in?
I think I did pretty well.
Sure. Do you want to draw your stairs now?
Yep.
All right, sure. So each one of these is probably like 50 feet up. So at that point, it is like 50 feet, you know, 100, another 50. There's like 250 feet tower on top of the mountain. We've already said that the base of the mountain where we were getting off is what, 80 to 120 feet. So this is somewhere at about the, you know, 375, 400 foot drop when you get dropped off of here. Right?
There's no surviving that.
Well, let's take all your dice. That's all your d6 of damage. All right.
That's a lot of d6.
I think that's max d6 damage, right? So yeah. So that's. I think that's where. And what's the next one? Is that the last one where we're doing the actual Avatar of Lilith, and we got 2 rooms, right? And if we have to, all of these notes will go into. That's our map. Look at that. We have to do that overarching map. It has to be drawn in here. This is all my extra work. Has to go into the next couple of days after this for New Year. Oh my gosh, I got so much homework. And this will be our notes, catching up here. And here are the notes we haven't done for those things that we had to do post-its. And if we put too much on the page, because we're trying to fit too much in, this is where those notes will go in, and we'll fill up these pages. And we've only got 2, 4, 6, 8 or something of them anyway, and then we're pretty much done. And that's it. We're so finished. Oh, I think it was a big one today.
Yeah.
How'd we go? What's time look like? How long, how many other minutes do we...
47.
Oh, that's plenty. All right. Thanks for sticking through with us, and it got a bit weird. It really did.
Yeah.
I think we managed.
Yep.
I think we all got on the same page.
Yep.
I'm going to try and draw it neatly and make sure those rooms make sense. Make sure those houses actually look like houses, have proper kitchens in them. Anyway, I'm going to go over and find the...
do the thing.
Oh, yes. No hassles.
Well...
Comments and such below.
Yep.
And... Let's find my cursor. Stay weird.